All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set, 29, Alpha. Get that ball, team, let's get that ball. All 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Edelman was the intended target. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Derrick Henry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. These two teams, the Eagles and the Pats, did not meet in the regular season last year, so their last official bout was in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Everybody remembers that one with the Eagles staking claim to their first ever title. And the Philly special went down in football history with Nick Foles catching the pass from Trey Burton in the end zone. What a game that was. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's 3rd and goal.
A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ricky. Watch that. 12.
A shotgun snap for Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them nowhere
there to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. 72.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mark 55. Hey, pick you on. Shit.
Out of the gun, Luck. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Pats at the line ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they're showing improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run right side. It's Gore. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
5, 6, 5. 2, 12. Hurry, ready.
On 1st down, it's Love. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Love. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. from up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get it.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
From the gun, here's Locke. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Hey, Steve 6.
On 2nd and goal, Luck. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Next to score, Eagles 10, Patriots nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing his left. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The beautiful fake. And now running right through him. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try it. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Right there, 54. Right? Hey, Foxtrot. Rip left.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. 11Z.
Back to throw. Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This one taken from the 7. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tackles.
Now it's Locke. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Locke. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
140.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. I got it.
Mark 55. Mark 55. I got one. Hey, check. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Just beating the play clock. It's locked. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half-2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up third and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Check out. 140. 54 Mike. Coming to you. 12. Smooth.
After the interception, it's Long. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Long. That's what we're used to. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
First down, New England.
Hey, switch! Ozzy!
Brady now on first down. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Luck now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Edelman set to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Brady, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
6-6, pull it high.
19 yards. And the Patriot first down.
Hey, ball 66.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down.
Brady now on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Check out. Screen 90. 54. Right 54. You got nothing today. Go ahead. You got nothing. Check 31. Check 31.
Here's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K.J. Wright able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now it's Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. The Eagles on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. On first and 10, here's Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was D.K. Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Brady, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Watch the screen. 72. Hey, high 7. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
On first down, Brady. On the completion, Frank Gore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Eagles take over at their own 25-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on.
.500 through 10 games. And